Hey guys, what I want to show you in this video is the difference between responsive search ads and expanded text ads in Google Ads. Now, they are two different types of ad format for search ads, and I want to show you the difference between the two, how to leverage and utilize both of them, and to, give my opinion on which one should work for you and which one should work better for you in your business. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to navigate to a campaign. And then I'm going to go over to the Ads and Extensions tab. And that will bring up a list of all existing text ads. Now, of course, if you want to add a new text ad to a campaign, all you need to do, first of all, is select the ad group you want to add it to. So I'm just going to select this one. And then click this little blue plus button right here. So I'm going to click plus, and then you have three options. You have responsive search ad, and you have text ad as well. So before, what used to happen is a text ad only used to have one headline and two description lines of very low character counts, I believe 35 characters for each description, and then a small 25 character headline. That's all changed now, so you now have what's called an expanded text ad. And then of course you also see responsive search ad, which is still in beta, as you can see, but it's another ad format that allows you to test multiple headlines, and it will essentially decide for you which ones should work best for you. So let's first start off with the obvious and just create a text ad. Now, as you can see, it will pre-populate with existing ad copy from your previous ads, and you can see here the final URL, the headline 1, 2, and 3, and then it has the display URL path as well, and then it has 2 spaces for your descriptions. Now, the idea behind this ad is that at any time you could show 1, 2 or 3 headlines and also 1 or 2 descriptions depending on where the ad shows and the type of search. Google say it doesn't guarantee all of your content will show, so essentially you should write these ads as if only one of the descriptions will show, or only if 2 of the headlines would show. So don't put any information into the third headline or second description that you need to have in your ad. If it's a really key point, make sure you put it as early on in the ad as possible, be that the headline, whether it's headline 1 or description as description 1. Make sure any key information goes into, either of the earliest parts of the ad. Now, the way this ad works is very simple. As you can see here, it previews the ad for you, and essentially it's kind of like the existing old-fashioned text ads you used to have in Google Ads, but it just gives you a bit more space and a bit more room to play with. And it's a very, it's a solid ad format, and it's kind of the main format you'll see across most Google Ads campaigns. So in a nutshell, it's a very simple format to use, and you can get great results by writing the right kind of ad content you need. So let's go back again. We'll discard that ad, and we'll go through the process again. Go through the campaigns. I'll select a campaign, go into an ad group, and then click on the blue plus again. And this time, into the keyword tab, if I go to the Add and Extensions tab, and then click on the blue plus button again. Now the second option I'm going to show you is the responsive search ad. So I'm going to click the responsive search ad link, and what you will notice is it automatically pulls in a list of headlines from my existing ads, and it automatically pulls in a display URL from existing ads as well from that particular ad group I've selected, and it also shows you multiple descriptions from ads I've created as well. But what you will notice is instead of having 3 headlines, what you'll see here is you will see multiple headlines. You can have tons and tons and tons of headlines here. In fact, you can add and keep adding headlines, pretty much as many as you need. Now, the thought process behind this is it's going to be, artificial intelligence and machine learning that gives Google a chance to find the best combination of headlines to give you the best click-through rate for your ads. Now, of course, a high click-through rate means a higher quality score. Higher quality scores mean lower CPCs and a better cost per conversion for your campaigns. So this is a really important thing to optimize, and Google's way of doing this with the new ad format is essentially to allow you to put multiple headlines in to test which combination will work best. And the idea behind it is on a particular device or particular time of day, Google might understand that a particular headline works best and then show that combination to the right user at the right time on the right device, giving you a better click-through rate and better results in your campaigns, or at least that's the thought behind the process of this ad. And whether it works or not is still yet to be seen. I've not seen anything compelling from any campaigns I've run from this. So far, I've kind of got results in line with my existing expanded text ads, and no improvement really in reality. But what you'll notice here as well is I've not actually touched on this yet, is the ad strength rating here. Now this is a rating Google gives to your responsive search ads in order to make sure you've optimized them fully. So in this example, you can see here that so far the score is poor because I need to add more headlines. I can view ideas for headlines, and I can potentially add automatically new headlines into the ad just by clicking a button. Now the problem with this, I'm doing it to show you, but the problem with this is that a lot of these aren't necessarily good headlines. Google, from a machine point of view, thinks they'll perform well. It's taken snippets from existing ads across my account, but in reality, it's just not a good feature to have. It's kind of like the automatic adding keyword feature. There's no forethought going into it, and even though text ads is an area that's very much creative and kind of writing a good ad is very difficult in some places in order to make your ads perform better, this is too easy to do. I think you need to spend a bit more time thinking specifically about your offerings and your position in the market to write good text ads, as opposed to using this feature. So I'd advise you stay away from this feature. It can be quite a good shortcut, but overall you should put more thought into writing your ads. Now, if I scroll down, you'll see there's tons of topics around what I could add, and there's a few suggestions as to benefits and things I could have as a call to action, just to give you a bit of advice on writing text ads. Now I think this is actually a good feature for new advertisers. If you're new to Google and you need to understand what you need to put into your ads in a very succinct and clear fashion, these kind of ideas are really good to kind of show you some potential ideas and topics you can add to your text ads, and that will improve the response rates on the Google search results page. If people are seeing offers on your ads, then it's going to be a benefit to you, because people would click your ad over your competitors. So it's a good thing to have as a feature. So this part I actually do like, and I think Google have done a good job here. Now going back to this ad strength score, you'll see I've got 2 ticks here, but yet my ads are still ranked as poor. Now what I would need to do is add more descriptions to my campaign. It says no description suggestions because, of course, the description is much harder to determine because it's a sentence structure. So Google's assumptions probably aren't going to be that good in this area. And again, this is in beta, so it's probably not going to provide you, even if it did work, with very good descriptions, because even though the machine learning is good and it's powerful and Google have got a lot of money to invest in this area, writing a text ad description for your specific product is something Google simply can't nail down yet. I don't bet against them. I'm sure they will in the future, but not yet. So in reality, in order for me to get this score higher, I will need to add multiple descriptions. So I'm going to go ahead and click this drop down for descriptions and add multiple descriptions to this campaign, and I'll come back to you guys once I've added a few more. And as you can see, I've only added 1 more description, and all of a sudden my score's gone up to excellent. So it kind of gives me a bit of a worry that it went from poor to excellent with no middle ground there. So again, it's in beta, so this ad strength score is something that should be taken with a pinch of salt. It's not perfect. This is far from perfect, in fact, but it's a good way to kind of make sure you've ticked all the boxes Google likes when creating your responsive search ads. Now, again, as I mentioned, I want to touch on results I've seen with running this ad format versus previous formats I've used. And I found, in actual fact, there's been no difference really in my campaigns that I've run using this format compared to other formats. I think all it comes down to is writing a good ad with good headline, good description, and good USPs, and a good appeal to the person searching. I don't think having 15 or 10 variations of that headline necessarily makes a difference, because either way, me writing 15 or 10 variations of my headline, my top 3 headlines are still going to be the best performing ones. They're going to contain the information the user is going to see that will trigger them to click my ad over my competitors. So it's a bit of I think this feature needs a bit more expansion. It needs a bit more work. It's something that's Google have brought in with good intent, and I think if the algorithm works well in terms of serving the right combination, maybe it works for you. I'm not too sure. I've not seen results that are that compelling to me. I've seen click-through rates in my campaigns stay static, and in some cases actually go down by using this format. So I've actually decided to continue just testing it on smaller campaigns that doesn't have a massive impact on. But let me know what you're seeing. I'm interested in what you see in this ad format. Let me know in the comments if you've seen success out of this format, or if you're the same as me where you're a bit skeptical or have seen little or no results from this potentially new ad format. So again, let me know in the comments. More important than that, Don't forget to subscribe, check out the other content across my channel. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, jump into the comments. I'm always down in the comments and I reply to pretty much every comment I get. So I'll see you guys in the comments, and if I don't see you there, I'll see you on my next video.